What's up guys, I'm Brent with PrecisionLED.com, and here we have a 2016 Jeep Cherokee we're going to be performing an LED headlight installation on. Now the 2016 is part of the 4th generation Cherokee, so this installation will be compatible with all years 2014 to 2020. Today we're going to be installing our premium line 9012 LED bulb, which come with a copper core for better heat dissipation. So let's get started. Now, in order to access the headlights on the 4th gen Cherokee, it does get a little bit tricky. Rather than just reaching down from inside the engine bay, we access the headlights through the wheel well. So we're just gonna have to remove some of this inner lining. We're gonna pry it outward, and then we could reach our hand inside in order to access the light. It's actually very simple to remove this inner lining. You're just gonna wanna remove these 3 bolts, just with an 8mm socket and a socket wrench. And so now we're going to be removing some of this inner lining here. We're going to be doing so with our fork-shaped wedge tool, but you can just remove the lining with a flathead screwdriver. We're going to be prying just right here at this point where the lip seems to curl in a little bit. So let's just go ahead, let's get the tool in there, and just work your way down and pry outward, just like so. And we just want to get some of that inner lining over the lip of this bumper here. Alright. There we go. There's plenty of space to work with. So now that we have the inner liner pulled back, you can actually see the headlight dust cover, which is just right here. In order to access the headlight, we just have to pop this off. So you just want to grasp it, twist it counterclockwise. Alright, and then just pull out to remove. And you can see the halogen bulb in there, so we're just going to reach in, grasp the bulb, twist the bulb counterclockwise, and then just pull out to remove. And lastly, we're just going to want to remove this power cable here, and we could do so just by prying these 2 tabs over this clip right here. So here we have our premium quantum model bulb. This is a 9012 fitment. So when we're installing this bulb here, you just want to make sure that these tabs are lined up correctly. Now this top tab, this is the largest tab. It's actually going to be installed in this orientation. You're looking at it at about the 5 o'clock position. So we're just going to toss this bulb in. This is actually a dual beam housing on this vehicle, so it's actually going to upgrade both your high and your low beam to LED. And once those tabs are lined up and everything is seated flush, you could just twist the bulb clockwise until it locks into place. And lastly, we're just going to want to make this plug connection here. So this is the cable here that's coming from the LED bulb, and we're going to be connecting that to this stock harness here that's coming from the vehicle. So now these bulbs, they are polarity specific, so if you make this plug connection here, if it doesn't come on the first try, just flip this plug here 180 degrees and then try again, and it should come on. Now, if you're having trouble with one or both bulbs that may be flickering or shutting off after initial power on, then a capacitor will solve that issue. A capacitor is an add-on to our LED kits, and it's a simple plug-and-play system which you could just bridge in between our LED kit and the power cables coming from the vehicle. So I'll show you how to install this capacitor into our system. We're just going to take this female connector here. We're going to take the power cable that's coming from the LED bulb. We're just going to plug this in. And then we're just going to take the opposite end of the capacitor here and grab the male portion of the cable. And we're going to be connecting that directly to the stock harness that's coming from the vehicle. And next, you just want to test the light to make sure that this did solve your problem. And after that, the housing on the Cherokee is actually, there's a lot of empty space inside of the housing. So you can actually tuck both the capacitor and the LED ballast inside and then place the dust cover over everything for a nice clean installation. So now let's go ahead and place the capacitor inside of the housing. And now that all the LED components are inside the housing, we can just go ahead and pop on the dust cover. You just want to line up the tabs accordingly. Swivel the dust cover around until everything's seated flush. Once everything is seated flush, just go ahead and twist the dust cover clockwise until it locks into place.
And that's the end of the installation. If you have any questions or concerns, please email us at help@precisionled.com, or you can reach us online and submit a support ticket at www.precisionled.com/contact. Now, like we said before, please like or subscribe if you enjoyed the video or enjoyed the process for what we do. It really does help us out when we make the next one, knowing that there's people out there watching the videos. Have a good one.